In what ways has the show impacted or encouraged either of you?
I didn't grow up with these stories, so I didn't even know these stories. So for me, I'm learning about this world for the first time, and it's incredible how there really is something in there for everyone.
It's an easy way to introduce, God and Jesus and the stories to someone who is not a believer, like most of my family, for example, as well. So I can say, hey, do you want to watch me in action here?
Yeah.
So that is pretty cool.
Shula! Yes! Shula! Chris! Yes!
Barnaby.
Who do Barnaby and Shula believe Jesus is at this point?
Well, she can't see anything because she's blind.
In case you couldn't tell.
For me, I think Barnaby started off maybe season 1 just there at Shabbat dinner for a free meal.
Apparently something good can come from Nazareth.
And then he meets this guy, from Nazareth, and probably unimpressed until seeing an actual miracle, something that defied whatever preconceived notions he had about science and reality.
Quiet, we're trying to listen.
So I think at that point, experientially, we've been around this gang of disciples and this teacher for enough time where we're now all in.
We heard some guy was gonna tell jokes on a hillside or something?
I just think that I just feel his love and his playfulness with someone like me. Of course, I can't see him, but I sense him, and I sense the softness in his voice, and that he remembers us when we are back at the house and looking through the window, that he remembers us by name, and he's just so caring. To Shula, I think it's just something she hasn't met before. Someone who is such a public person and so famous in a way that he would be friends with someone like me.
My friends, shalom, shalom.
We were just passing by and heard a familiar voice.
I've always been curious about this, the contacts that you wear.
Yeah.
Do they hurt? Can you see through them?
I only wear the contacts in my close-ups, and I can see I can see shadows.
Okay.
And that is the type of blindness she really has. So she got blind gradually, and started seeing less and less until she's only seeing like shadows. I kind of sense where people are, but I can't really see the faces. I can't even tell if it's maybe a tree or person, but I see some shadows. And those contacts, they really give me that feeling. So it's like method acting 101.
It feels like you're really in it. You really have a form of blindness while you're acting.
Today is one of those days when it's definitely better to be blind and not deaf.
I am here with Justin Faith. Justin is essentially the keeper of Shula's contacts, and you are the one who helps put the contacts in.
I am. So my job is to make her blind. And so we have lenses that are called corneal lenses, so it just covers the color of her eye, which is the irises and her pupils, so it completely whites it out. So she really does go blind because these are hand-painted lenses.
Hand-painted.
Yes.
I never knew that was a thing, which is very unique and rare.
It is. Yes, there's only like 2 or 3 actual hand painters in the United States, and went through a fitting to know her measurements of her eye, to know what was needed for the lens measurements, and then they were sent off to the creator, and then they paint the lenses, they get all done, they get shipped back to production. That's where I come in. I take those lenses, I inspect them once they're here, and then we do the fitting to make sure they fit properly. And then once on the day, we lens them right before they go on set. She goes blind in real life to play a blind woman.
This is amazing.
Looking as handsome as ever, Barnaby.
Lucky guess, Shula.